This is Fast Fizz, shorter episodes on hot topics to listen on the go. Hello, it's Fast Fizz with Jane and Claire this evening. Just a really short one on account of recording today. It's the 1st of October, and I don't know about you, Claire, but online I'm seeing a lot of Sober October here and a bit of Sober October there as people are going to try and do a whole month without alcohol. And I think it's come from Stoptober, hasn't it? Like quitting cigarettes.
I mean, it's same as Dry January, isn't it? I mean, I think it's a great time of year actually to have a little think about it. Most people are going to be going into December where naturally for most people drinking kind of ramps up. So I think to have that mindfulness this time of year and see how that goes is a really good idea.
Yeah, I quite like that. I think, as you say, people are looking on the horizon, thinking Christmas is coming. I've really got to get a grip of this relationship perhaps with alcohol, test where I stand with it. Can I do a whole month? So I'm certainly seeing a little bit of chatter about that online. And you and I always say, don't we? What's your saying, Claire? That any day sober is...
Any day sober is a better day, isn't it, really? So I think we should celebrate that. If people do a couple of days a week, if people do, a whole month, which I do think a month does give you that big insight. I think it gives you a big insight to, okay, am I dependent on it? I think it answers that question. A couple of days you can get through, can't you? But a month,
yeah,
I think, A, you should start seeing some benefits. And B, there's a whole debate, isn't there, on how far do you get until you're actually addicted? Like, I always remember Craig Beck talking about this guy, and he came to one of his seminars and he didn't have anything else, but he had to have one shot of vodka every day. Just a 25ml shot of vodka every day.
Oh, wow.
And Craig said, I'd never ever say this, but I'm not sure you should be here or need to be here. And he says, I do, because it's making me unhappy.
That's really interesting, isn't it?
That's mad, isn't it? So if you think of a 25ml shot, had to have it every day. So I think what it does is it really lets people go, how much of a problem is it for me?
It sharpens your mind, doesn't it, Claire? And I think anything that makes you sit up for a minute and open your eyes and actually examine what's going on and become really mindful about your relationship with anything, really. When somebody starts a diet and they think, hang on, what am I actually putting in my mouth? What are the calories? What are the protein compositions? And what am I actually eating instead of just reaching for something? I think something like Sober October does exactly that. It makes you go, right, hang on, what is this relationship? Exactly how many units am I putting away? And anything that just sharpens your mind and makes you focus a little bit is generally a good thing for the body. I mean, look at this, Claire. We haven't done a few recordings across the summer. You and I were just talking off microphone about how mad and crazy it is living family life and working, that, we haven't done a few recordings across the summer just for that very reason. But, seeing Sober October trending today, it's sharpened my mind. It's made me think, yes, I'm really passionate about living an alcohol-free life. I'm passionate about getting the message out there. Let's do a podcast recording. You know what I mean? And it's had that sort of benefit as well. So I'm really pleased that we're getting together and we're going to be chatting about something else in a moment as well. But if listening, you are going to set yourself a challenge, October or any other month that you might be listening to this, then I think it's safe to say, Claire, isn't it? You and me are totally behind that. And as you always say, any alcohol-free day is just a bonus for your body, your mind and your soul. So yeah, best of luck if you're going to start a day count and go into a period of sobriety. You've got this and we're right behind you.
I don't know about you, but, well, obviously you're in a different country to me, but we went back to school, and the day we went back to school, the weather changed and the leaves dropped. Literally overnight we had that change. It was really, really bizarre. So there is that natural transition going from literally summer to autumn, which I think is a really lovely time of year. You can treat yourself with a latte or doing Halloween and all of that without necessarily, it doesn't have to be booze fueled, really, does it? I'm not saying anything else does, but it doesn't. Whereas Christmas, people tend to associate We don't have to associate booze and Halloween, and this time of year you haven't got as many things that are always challenging to overcome, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I really like the idea of tying in with the seasons change. I think I've told you before, when I got sober, it was like mid-June, it was like midsummer, it was solstice, it was like partway through the year, and that feels like, oh, here comes summer, here comes a transition going on around me in nature anyway. I'm ready for a change too. And that was accidental.
If at the end of Sober October, people go back to having a drink, if it means that somebody goes, actually, I'm not saying I'm not going to drink, but I'm going to drink a whole lot less because I don't want that feeling in the morning, and I've been able to enjoy myself through October without having a drink, even if it reduces the amount, just makes them conscious and reduces the amount that they're going to drink throughout Christmas and that period. I still think that's a massive benefit.
Yeah, absolutely. I had a few stints of counting sober days and was trying to build up before it stuck. So any period of sobriety is beneficial. So yeah, it's exciting. I'm excited for anybody that doesn't know that perhaps they're about to get there and become sober and maybe knock this on the head once and for all. If they've been trying for years, this could be it. So that's exciting, isn't it?
Absolutely. Good luck for anybody that's trying.
Thanks for listening to Fizz Free from your hosts Claire and Jane. Find us online on Facebook, YouTube, on X and Instagram, as well as most major streaming platforms. If you'd like to get in touch with the show, the email is fizzfree0, the number 0, @gmail.com. Don't forget to rate us and to give us a like and a share to spread the word. Changing your relationship with alcohol. Less fizz, more free.